never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family. tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the overseer.
Another day, another opportunity to leave Vault 76. What do you say? Wildlife
hours.
Happy hunting.
System ready.
Always stay stocked with medicines. And don't forget to use them. I know it's cozy in here, but you'll soon be faced with a distinct lack of power and shelter. When you get outside, find each other. Seek strength in numbers. Utilize both your similarities and differences.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening... or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
Rebuilding America. How utterly terrifying. Glad I'm staying here. Still, I'm sure your camp will make it easy peasy. Remember, adaptability is key. If your role isn't working, try another. Get creative. Himmel flame. Fire from the hills. Where we are heading.
Well, look at you. Fresh from the can and not a speck of dirt on you. Best watch your step around here. Figured you Vultures weren't done cooking yet. Guess I was wrong. Already interrogated the last Vulture to come out of that hole. Sounds like there's nothing down there for me, though. Saved me the trouble of breaking in. Oh, just a working man passing through. This fella here had a price on his head and thought he'd run far enough. He hadn't. Ha! Guess they don't have manners in that vault of yours. Well, I'll give you a pass on that this one time, seeing as how you just stepped foot in the wasteland a minute ago. Same thing that'll happen to your face. You stay out here long enough. Ain't the only one, neither. Best get used to the sight. Slow down there, cowboy. Buy a fella dinner first. Let's just say I'm currently residing in Burning Springs, across the river in what used to be Ohio. Well, that's the name the locals use these days. Burnt clean away after the war. Not like here. Might have been an improvement. Or maybe it was the bombs, maybe something else. Nothing but rock, sand, and poison dust now. An opportunity, if you got the stones for it. Got a half-assed town out there, though. Highway town. At least they've got a decent bar. Well, you got a map on that fancy Pip-Boy of yours? I'll point it out. If you're inclined, there's a bridge out by Point Pleasant. Might want to get your feet under you first. Folks out that way tend to shoot first and forget about questions. Do what you want, 'cause I ain't your daddy. But make it quick. I'm getting bored fast. Well, he was dead the moment they put a bounty on his sorry ass. This just happens to be where we concluded our business. Bingo! Got it in one. Run a little business out in Burning Springs from a saloon called The Last Resort. I farm some of it out to independent operators. I keep the fun ones for myself. Probably best you worry about yourself for now. Well, this kind of work isn't for lost little lambs like you. Of course, if that changes, or if you just have a death wish, come look me up sometime. The hell if I know. So long as the caps from the bounty end up in my pocket, pay for the chems in my lungs, I don't much care what they did. But make it quick. This brain ain't for picking. Plenty of locals around here talk you off, I'm sure. I couldn't agree more. If you get out to Burning Springs, see me at the Last Resort Saloon. Might be there's work for you.
Oh, sir. Those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them? Verify their intentions are civil? Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me. I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. It's all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to? Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right. Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
There's got to be a way in there.
Maybe... Wait, a vault dweller?
Hey there!
Whoa! Whoa! Just a friend here, not a threat. Just had some questions for you.
You came out of the vault, right?
I thought it was empty. Wait, is the door still open? My partner and I need a way into that vault.
We got a tip from the Wayward. Heard of the place? New bar down the road. So this guy told us that...
After you gave him the last of our caps?
And he said that inside that vault is the... You know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy luck around. You know, the thing that brought everyone back. The treasure. But...
I told you, Lacey. The guy was scamming us.
But... those were the last of our caps. No. Someone has to know something. We're just gonna stick it out until we find them.
Wonderful.
Thanks for answering some questions for us, I suppose. Seems only fair I return the favor. Anything we can answer for you? They sent you out here without a weapon? Be a quick trip trying to do this unarmed. Here. Happy to tell you what I know, which isn't much. Someone made a broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio's come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
Monsters or no?
Guy we met at the Wayward. Carter, I think was his name. He gave us a couple of leads to chase down, in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them. About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard?
There's that. We haven't been here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed up.
The Scorched.
They're merciless. They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed. Without people around, everything else has gone haywire. We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way. And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been. If your overseer crossed our path, she sure wasn't broadcasting it. Sorry. You might ask at the Wayward. Seems like they set themselves up to be a natural stopping point. Watch yourself out there.
Talk to Lacey. She got us into this.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places. What's that? Gotta keep a lookout for raiders. Gotta keep a tab on raider whereabouts. Finally, a nice day.
Lucky.
It's time to turn over a new leaf. Restore this land of glory.
What was that?
This, fix that. It never seemed to end. It could just... Somebody there?
Got company!
Foundation might be coming along, but we got a lot more work to do. Huh. It's a new hose.
Hello there, stranger. Where'd you come ambling in from? One of those vault dwellers, are you? I've heard tell of your kind. Solved a lot of problems. And caused a lot of problems from what I hear. You wouldn't happen to be one of the problem-solving kind, would you? I could use one of those right about now. Oh, excuse me. Let me introduce myself. Name's Lane Platt. I'm with the Responders. We're a band of self-titled do-gooders around these parts. Appalachia's filling up fast, and we're trying to keep everyone hale and healthy and off each other's throats. I like to think so. It gives me hope that we can one day right all the wrongs in this world. Now, there's a lot going on in this neck of the woods, more than I can tackle myself. You got ferocious beasts roaming the forest, a creepy cult moving into the caves, and all manner of people about ready to go to war with one another. All that is to say, I could use a hand, and I'd be willing to pay you for yours. What do you think? I did say that you would be duly compensated. That much is only fair. Now, what business do I have for you today? We've had reports that a dangerous cult, the cult of the Mothman, has moved into a cave system nearby. They're part of a larger organization that extends all throughout Appalachia, and learning more about them will help us combat their spread. I'd like you to go into those caves and gather some of their ritual artifacts for study. You'll earn a fine commission for returning them to me. Anything we can. Gleaning any information about the cult's rituals, organization, or beliefs could lead us to ways to stop their spread and limit their influence. Be careful. Cult of the Mothman is dangerous. They'll no doubt protect those artifacts with their lives.
us safe from the dangers of beasts and men. This is worthy.
and I will not fear.
Need to brush up.
You're back! These artifacts should be a big help. I can't wait to examine them. On behalf of the responders, I can't thank you enough. You helped us make progress toward a more peaceful world. I sure wish I could say that's all the help I needed, but the work never ends. If you're in the neighborhood again sometime, I will always welcome more of your help. In the meantime, though, here's your payment. Have a good day now. You ever think about how things used to be? Here to shoot the breeze? I'll get my recruitment pitch ready. We're a group of people who banded together to help the helpless. We cure the sick and protect the defenseless as best we can. The first responders were founded by paramedics, firefighters, police officers, and others who survived the Great War and continued to do their original jobs. We've taken up their banner and keep their ideals alive. I was dispatched here as a kind of peacekeeper, but really, we just want to help in whatever way we can. All the people moving into the area has increased the chances of conflict. We want to limit that, and to make this mostly pristine wilderness safer for settlement in general. While the original organization was headquartered at Morgantown Airport, the destruction of that place made it necessary for us to reestablish ourselves at a new location. And now we are based at the Refuge, a safe harbor for any soul, built inside the old White Spring Resort. I suggest you take some time to visit if you're ever in that area. It's a sight to behold. I'm happy to oblige. About me? Well, I guess I have some little bit to share. According to the official record, I'm what they've termed a constable. That's a kind of officer of the peace, if you aren't familiar. Of course, putting a badge on a man does not automatically suit him to that title, so I tend not to emphasize it. I manage this new outpost of ours. I try to keep the nastier critters at bay and cross my fingers that we can keep the other factions from going to war with one another. In a manner of speaking, a small town called Night Ridge, on the southern border with old Virginia proper. We survived the bombs, almost unscathed if you can believe it. Lived in peace for most of my life. It was only with the rush of folks flooding in, searching for that treasure of theirs, that our lives were upended. Night Ridge was raided, and I fled, and was swept along to the Responders' Refuge, where I took up my present vocation. Remarkably peaceable, considering the broader circumstances. Apocalypse and all. We hunted our own food, knitted our own clothes. We were isolated, but life went on much as it had. When the raiders came and drove us into the real wasteland, I came to realize how much I'd taken my life for granted. It seemed only natural to join up with the responders and work toward building a world like we used to have. Well, the unfortunate answer to that question is, I don't know. I had a father and a sister. My mother died when I was young. We were separated, you see, when we left our home for Appalachia. I don't know if they're alive or dead, though I would dearly love to find out. I sincerely hope so. Thank you for saying. Another topic it is, then. I'll share what little I know. It's only recently that we've all built up a presence in this area. Aside from the responders, there are the Settlers of Foundation, the Crater Raiders, the Brotherhood of Steel, and the Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Outside of all them, you'll run into plenty of less savory folk in the wasteland. The Blood Eagles are even crazier than the Raiders. Same goes for the Cult of the Mothman for the most part, though we are trying to learn more about this group ourselves. The settlers are city slickers, but they have the right idea. I get along fine with them and Blue Ridge. They help everyone get more what they need, albeit for a price. I'm more nervous around the Raiders and the Brotherhood. Neither of their methods sit right with me, but I'll work with who I can. We responders try to keep an open mind. The doors of the refuge are open to anyone who comes knocking in need of help. In that sense, we're a neutral body. Heck, that's one reason we've set up camp in this place. As a friend to all, we want to do our best to keep the other factions from clawing at each other's throats. The settlers have built up a thriving blue-collar community at Foundation, to the southeast. They're using the knowledge of the old world to rebuild things in the traditional sense. The Raiders, based in the crater to the north, are a rowdy bunch who will do whatever it takes to survive. They see themselves as returning to their homeland, want to kick out other intruders. The Brotherhood of Steel came from afar and set up at Fort Atlas in the northeast. They're a militant bunch of ex-soldiers who want to re-establish the old order. The Blue Ridge Caravan Company are merchants and traders who ply their wares up and down the Blue Ridge Mountains. They've set up a base camp around the Big Bend tunnel system to the southeast. Perfectly reasonable. What would you like to talk about? So long, then.
Oh, hello. Did you know we've only had 6 cans of cram in stock for the past week and a half? Yeah, hard stuff to find, cram. Evidently. I'm the quartermaster at this little outpost of ours. That means I manage what supplies we have. I, count them. A lot. Just to make sure we're still out of gauze and didn't magically manifest more while I wasn't looking. I wanted to be a doctor, but being a doctor is hard when you have a fear of blood. And needles. And, failure. They're great. We're great. They more than me. They're selfless and fearless and try to solve any problem, no matter how difficult. And they, use a lot of supplies. And don't get many, but, they manage anyway. Me? I'm nothing special. Oh no, I'm no Appalachian. I came in from the north with Paige and the other settlers at Foundation. Do you know them? But I wanted to do more than just settle. I wanted to learn medicine. And the responders seemed like they could teach me. Only, they couldn't. Or I couldn't learn is more like it. Free time? That's not a real thing, is it? Stressed? Who's stressed? Me? It's that obvious, huh? Well, I do have my mantras to calm me down. Serenity. Serenity, peace, and... Wait, was it 6 bottled waters or 16 in the next shipment? Yeah, you really think so? I'm not sure I believe you, but it's a sweet thing to say nonetheless. Well, that's probably for the best. Okay then, I'll be here. Probably forever. 3, 5, 7, 9, okay. 9 Radstag steaks. You know what's always in stock? Irradiated drinking water.
Lumberjack Protectron creates desirable wood product. But primary all trees must become desirable